Lost Ark is a massively multiplayer online action RPG, similar to games like Diablo and Path of Exile. The game has been released in Korea since 2019, and has been one of the more anticipated MMOs on the horizon. The closed beta for the game started November 4th, and I went ahead and signed up for it and played the game to experience what it has to offer. So what do I think of it so far with my initial impressions? Well, let's talk about it. But before we do, I just wanted to remind everyone that if you like my videos and want to support the channel, you can do so by leaving a like on the video, commenting down below your thoughts on today's topic, and subscribing to the channel, all of which is completely free to do so, only takes a second, and I can't stress enough how much that helps the channel grow. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Lost Ark already feels like it has a lot going for it versus its competitors. First is the game's aesthetics. Lost Ark is a pretty gorgeous game, minus a few bad textures and the plastic-looking character models. Animation for skill effects, emotes, and general gameplay also look great, with very few of them looking cheap or lazy. Once again, minus a few examples like certain character idle animations that look like they're copy and pasted. Most of that is completely ignorable, however, and is entirely possible to be cleaned up upon the game's full release, since after all what I played was just a beta build. Sound and music are also pretty good, with many of the game's sound effects really giving a sense of impact and satisfaction for when you kill monsters. Moving into character creation, right from the get-go, you will choose your character's class. As of the beta build, there is currently 7 classes to choose from, some of which unfortunately have that Eastern MMO trope of being gender locked. There is the warrior, mage, female and male martial artist, female and male gunner, and finally the assassin. Each class also has a number of advanced classes you can specialize into starting at level 10, so technically there is far beyond only 7 classes to play as. The confusing thing though is that the male and female counterparts of certain classes get completely different advanced classes to choose from, which leads me to believe that there is not going to be a gender choice for each and every class, which is a bit of a bummer. But let's be real, who doesn't want to play as a gorgeous badass magician? Hell yeah. Anyways, once you select a class, you are then brought to the character creator. Lost Ark does give a pretty decent character builder for an action MMO where you will most likely never see your character's looks past this screen. There is sliders, a decent amount of character faces, eyes, hairstyles, and customization options to choose from. Once you pick your look and name, you are then thrusted into the game's tutorial. During this beta build, players were actually advanced to combat level 10 upon character creation, so that we could play our advanced classes immediately. I suspect this won't be the case for when the game fully releases, but I appreciate that we were able to go ahead and just play our advanced classes right away. Normally when you create your character, you will play a pretty lengthy prologue mission that sets up the game's storyline. Thankfully, the prologue tutorial mission is completely skippable if you want to just get right into the game, but I would actually recommend playing it because not only does the tutorial do a good job of teaching the player the basic mechanics of combat and other small features, but the story is actually pretty decent. It reminds me of a Final Fantasy game, strangely, right down to some of the campy dialogue and over-the-top character designs, which in my opinion is a good thing.
You owe me a pizza.
Another point in Lost Ark's favor is that a lot of the game is voice acted. Very well, in fact, which I wasn't expecting. I suppose since the game is being published by Amazon here in the West, they had a lot of money to hire some good voice actors.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Look!
Treasure.
Wait! Hands off the treasure! I'm in charge here! Move aside!
Once the tutorial is completed, the game opens up to you. From here you will follow the main quest, which will give you the best experience to help level you up. In terms of the game's main features, it honestly feels a lot like Black Desert Online. You'll find collectibles, hunt achievements for permanent stat increases, and fill out your adventurer book for every area by exploring every nook and cranny. As you level up and progress through the main storyline, you will unlock more and more features to participate in. Content like PvP, trade skills, group dungeons, and more all unlock through progression. Speaking of progression, Lost Ark has multiple avenues of progression for your characters. Obviously, leveling your character up will increase your raw stats to increase your damage and survivability, as well as providing skill points that you can use to improve your spells and abilities. Similar to the rune system in Diablo 3, when skills reach a certain level, they can be augmented to perform slightly different depending on what kind of build you are going for. Besides character level, you also have account level, which is improved by general gameplay, such as questing or unlocking achievements. Your account level generally improves your stats permanently for every single character you have on your account, making this game rather alt-friendly from what I can tell. In general, Lost Ark is shaping up to be a decent addition to the MMO action RPG genre, with a better emphasis on group dungeons and endgame content. My biggest gripe with the game, though, is will this game be pay to win? Since Amazon is handling the publishing rights in the West, there is a good chance they are going to remove some of the concerns from the game, but it is worth mentioning. Let's start with the basic package here. Lost Ark will be at its core a free-to-play game with a dedicated cash shop. On the Steam homepage, you will see a few extra Founders Packs that you can purchase before the game's release date. If it was all cosmetic items, I'd have no problem with it, but some of the Founder Packs actually have some progression-tied goodies within them. All of the Founder Packs also include a 3-day head start, which is already arguably going to set some people off, but let's ignore that small perk. The Bronze Pack includes a title, a pet, and 30 days of the Crystalline Aura. The Aura is essentially a subscription service that will give some in-game benefits for having it. Moving up from the Bronze Pack is the Silver, Gold, and Platinum Packs, each one including more and more in-game items as well as currency. I'm not a big fan of starting with the big boosts that some of the Founders Packs give, but unfortunately I fear it's a little too late to advocate any change. The cash shop doesn't seem to get any better either, but let's overview some of these items. The Crystalline Aura is seen here in the cash shop, as well as some basic cosmetics, pets, mount skins, sailing skins, and decoration items for your stronghold. Sounds pretty standard until you read some of the benefits some of these items give. Cosmetic skins actually have small stat boosts attached to them, such as 1% strength, which may not seem like a big deal, but it could be enough to give a player a slight edge. Hence pay to win. Another concerning feature is the pet system. Pets are generally used to auto pick up items that monsters drop when you defeat them, but they do have another function. They have a pet skill that can only be activated through the cash shop currency. Their pet skills can actually give raw stats like extra health or more defense, and you actually get further perks by having the subscription service. Now granted, apparently there is going to be ways to earn the cash shop currency by just playing the game, and I understand that the game has to make money somehow, but this is slightly concerning. Amazon has promised to remove a lot of the pay-to-win concerns from the game to bring it more in line with Western MMOs, so we will see what they change, but I'm not exactly holding my breath here. Let's look at the positive side here though. The game has engaging, fun action combat, a wide variety of different classes to play as, and a good amount of content to play and experience. If you can look past some of the pay-to-win concerns, then this game may be for you, and admittedly, I am sort of excited for this game's release, especially if a lot of the pay-to-win concerns I have with it are properly addressed and removed. I am curious if anyone else out there is excited for this game. Comment down below if you have the same concerns I do, or if you are just excited to play Lost Ark. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social media, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video.